What's up, Wonderland? And welcome back, episode 5, the ultimate guide to Disney fairy tale and magic.
That's right. This episode explores the enchantment of fairy tales and fireworks at the Disney parks, highlighting iconic princesses and how their stories come to life through attractions and character experiences.
It also examines themed dining that brings a princess straight to your table.
From the majestic castles to magical moments, the day always begins and ends with breathtaking firework shows that create those lasting memories guests will treasure forever.
With that said, Bree and I warmly invite all princesses and princes to join us for the ultimate guide to Disney fairy tale magic, starting right now.
This Enchanted escapade has been teased before, but today we're stepping inside the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. It's truly a princess's treasure. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is a very popular bucket list destination for young Disney guests looking for a magical transformation into princesses or knights. This fairy tale boutique offers various packages that include hairstyling, makeup, nail polish, accessories, and costumes, all inspired by Disney characters. Skilled cast members, known as fairy godmothers in training, provide personalized attention and make the experience incredibly memorable for all young guests. Reservations can be made 60 days in advance. And so for specific questions about the boutique, you can always call the Disney hotline, but I find it easier just to use the My Disney Experience app just to grab that reservation because availability is limited. There are 2 locations for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, one inside the Magic Kingdom Park, and there's one at Disney Springs. On a sad note, the Disney Springs location has been closed for a few years now. There is no date when this could possibly reopen. The one in Magic Kingdom, though, is open. However, it does require that Magic Kingdom Park ticket to get in.
Yeah, without a doubt, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique at Magic Kingdom is highly recommended, especially for those families, right, who enjoy not only the essence of Disney magic, but the immersiveness that you get to experience becoming a prince or princess or a knight.
Beautiful, Pumbaa, beautiful.
Actually highlight one of those unique tours that are available at the resorts. We have that horse-drawn carriage ride. This is where princesses' dreams come true and Disney magic collide.
Yeah, those carriage rides, they're in a couple locations, but the one at Port Orleans Riverside specifically offers guests that charming leisurely journey through the scenic surroundings of the resort. Pulled by majestic horses, the carriage takes riders along the resort's iconic magnolia trees, the quaint bridges there, that charming, architecture. It's so just picturesque, right beside that Sassagoula River. It's a one-of-a-kind experience, perfect for couples, right? Or families looking to enjoy a peaceful escape from that hustle and bustle of the parks. Once again, advanced reservations are suggested. You can schedule a booking through the Walt Disney World website or, again, go to your My Disney Experience app. It is good to note that these rides are weather permitting. I have personally had a reservation that was canceled due to rain over the resort. Disney's Port Orleans Riverside horse-drawn carriage, it totally creates a memorable experience that I highly recommend booking.
Yeah, I love how Disney still wants to give you those magical memories no matter where. So if you aren't in a park, you're still able to have that beautiful memory being made just on the resort property. I think that's so beautiful.
Right. Yeah, some people, some families don't even have park tickets, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they just go to the resorts just to staycation at the resorts. So it still brings, it still gives you those opportunities to enjoy really magical things with your family.
Absolutely. I think that's so wonderful. That's why I encourage, if you can, obviously, I know it can be expensive, stay in that Disney bubble. Because if you only can do Magic Kingdom one day, but the rest of the trip you just want to do the resort, you can still have a wonderful time at your resort.
Absolutely. Yeah. Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But speaking of beautiful things, I know at the Crystal Shop in Magic Kingdom, it's called Crystal Arts, simply put it. Right. But you can actually create your own Wishkeeper wand or design your own tiara there. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Short answer, yes. Long answer, okay, here we go. The Arabas Brothers, hopefully I said that right. Mm-hmm. The Arabas Brothers Crystal Art Store in Magic Kingdom, they do actually have a second location, and that's in Disney Springs. This crystal store, it is a unique destination for handcrafted treasures. The sparkling displays and attention to detail make this store feel like a gallery of art and luxury. And so, yes, you absolutely can design your own crystal Wishkeeper wand. Totally a unique way to keepsake your wishes. Mm-hmm. Many items in the store can actually be personalized with engraving, creating a truly unique souvenir or a gift. Mm-hmm. Fun fact, this Cinderella trinket has been around on the shelf for years. I customized this glass slipper for my daughter nearly 7 years ago, complete with her name and her birthstone. And believe it or not, it's still available on the shelf today.
It actually reminds me of when we went to the Garden View tea room. That's an enchanting extra held at the Grand Floridian Resort. And it was such an enchanting thing because you had the Grand Floridian lobby pianist playing, and it was so beautiful putting all that together. Just, I miss it. Honestly, you can't go wrong with Twinings tea. I mean, I know that you could get that at the shelves, but there's something special enjoying that at Disney's Grand Floridian. Yeah.
When Mickey Mouse gets to serve it, that's when it becomes like,
extra special.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Exactly.
James, you owe me you owe me some ears.
Sadly, when I checked the Disney website and the Plan Disney side for more details, there wasn't information available, but it is still listed as an experience that's temporarily unavailable.
Exactly. Now that I'm thinking about it, in the Grand Floridian there, a go-to restaurant, a good compromise is that 1900 Park Fare.
Yeah, that came back strong, and a lot of people are fans of that today.
I'm so glad that's come back, and they've switched it up a little bit. It used to be, Prince Charming and Cinderella and, the evil stepsisters there, but they've switched it up, and they're bringing back, a number of different princesses. I know Tiana's in there now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love that. I love that Park Fare it's back at the Grand Floridian.
Lived happily ever after.
Tea time aside, I absolutely adore the Grand Floridian Resort. It radiates princess charm from that stunning wedding pavilion, to the unforgettable Cinderella mini parade that once took place there in the lobby. Every day, Cinderella and Prince Charming would make a grand entrance, parading through the lobby, greeting children and families as they went. I don't know if they still do that anymore, to be quite honest. I know so much has changed.
It's unfortunate what things we lost with Disney due to the pandemic. We lost so many beautiful live entertainment options, beautiful character meet and greets or experiences. It's something that will be truly missed, but forever hoped it comes back. So
one positive change, though, is the improved availability for booking dining. There are more tables open now.
Yes. And not to say anything like crazy, but just in case you haven't noticed, I'm a huge fan of Belle. I don't know if you've noticed it at all, but
You're a fabulous Belle.
I
Yes, it's
love Belle.
perfect.
I love her. And I gotta say, Be Our Guest restaurant, to this day, it is still one of my favorite restaurants, hands down.
For sure. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, the Be Our Guest restaurant in Disney's Magic Kingdom is a dining experience inspired by that animated film Beauty and the Beast. Set within the majestic Beast Castle, you have to have, of course, a ticket to Magic Kingdom in order to go to this restaurant. However, the restaurant offers visitors the opportunity to dine in one of the 3 beautifully themed rooms. You have, of course, the Grand Ballroom, which is iconic. You have the Castle Gallery. And for those who love the West Wing, they have that too. You have a dinner service that is truly, truly breathtaking because the Beast makes himself appear within his castle, and he actually adds to that wonderful experience.
I've seen sometimes he'll like lean in and he'll take like selfies if you have your phone out. Yeah, Beast does. He's very approachable. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
they
sure.
Make it so fun.
Yeah, and of course her dessert trio. It is served with the dark chocolate truffle, the lemon jam macaron, and a chocolate tart topped with the infamous gray stuff. And when I tell you it's delicious, guys, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
The gray stuff. Yeah, it's one of a kind, timeless, and yes, yeah, it really is delicious. A royal feast fit for every princess awaits inside Cinderella's royal table. The dining here is a character experience I have had the opportunity to enjoy a few times. While it does come with a pretty hefty price tag, if you get the chance to experience it, it is absolutely worth it, you guys. The setting is stunning.
Great alternative to Cinderella's royal table could be Akershus Royal Banquet Hall. It's a character dining experience that features many of the same classical princesses. It's really beautiful because the best part is it comes with much more affordable price tag. Like I mentioned, it Disney money, it can get expensive. I get it.
It adds up. Yes, it does.
But you're not robbing yourself of the experience when you go to this. And this is located in Epcot, but in front of the Norway Pavilion. So I highly recommend getting a reservation for this one.
Jill, I'd like to take a moment though to share some top moments from my trip to Shanghai Disneyland a few months ago.
Yes, I've been dying for these updates.
I know. I might drop a few princess references from Shanghai throughout this exact episode. But I was set on experiencing some authentic dining while we were there, right? I say authentic, but I don't mean cultural authentic. I mean Disney authentic, right? While in Disneyland. And my husband and I, we were able to get a reservation at Aurora's. That is a dining experience inside Shanghai's Disneyland Resort.
Okay, you gotta tell me more about this.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Aurora, the fine dining restaurant at Shanghai Disney Resort, offers an extraordinary dining experience. With stunning views overlooking the park there, it's especially enchanting in the evening when the entire resort's beautifully lit. The food was exceptional, let me tell you. Each dish was expertly crafted and full of rich flavor. The atmosphere inside the restaurant is both elegant and inviting, creating that perfect setting for a memorable meal. The service was outstanding, attentive, professional, really adding to that overall experience, for us as visitors. I couldn't have asked for a more perfect evening. I highly recommend Aurora. Anyone traveling to Shanghai Disneyland looking for that incredible dining experience, try to get into Aurora's. Absolutely. The resort itself is a joy to walk through. And be sure to check out Aurora's lovely patio terrace too. It's the perfect way to end an enchanting night.
Oh man, that just looks so beautiful. Oh my goodness, that
Right?
centerpiece right there with the blue
Isn't
hanging
it?
lights. Hello.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Can somebody bring that to my house, please?
Yeah, my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, the setting was absolutely perfect. Right in front of the park with the castle glowing in the background. I mean, it was seriously made for a princess. Yeah, great restaurant.
That's amazing. I have to pick your brain though. What was your favorite food like in that restaurant? Like if you had to go back and be like, I'm getting that again, what would you get?
So it was dessert.
Okay.
But-
can't go wrong with that.
No.
The beautifully crafted lemon and lime cheesecake was a refreshing and light way to end the meal. The dessert was garnished with an ice crown and then sprinkled with what they called chocolate snow, making it as visually stunning as it was delicious. The cheesecake itself was creamy and smooth with a tangy citrus kick. The ice cream added a sweet contrast, while the mint pesto provided a unique herby note.
Disney goes way above and beyond to bring that extra, magic into food, dining, all these little details that theme parks sadly take for granted, but Disney's stepping up its game when it comes
So
to that.
true. So true. The way that they garnish their dishes, it's like it's to a whole nother level than what we're used to. I even got like a meatloaf, and it was the carrot like on the meatloaf was a Mickey ear. So I know it was the shape of a Mickey Mouse. It's those little things. I didn't want to eat my carrot. It was so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Miss Lady, ma'am.
Speaking of all these beautiful restaurants, there is actually a restaurant in the Magic Kingdom Park that features Lady and the Tramp. Did you know about that?
Yes. Yeah. Right. What a timeless treasure. I absolutely love that movie. First of all, my daughter, she still watches it even in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm familiar with that charming spot. It's Tony's Town Square restaurant.
Yes. Yeah.
And it may not fit into your classic princess tale, but it's definitely perfect for that unfolding love story. Located right there off of Main Street. The patio in that restaurant is my favorite spot, to be quite honest. Way more exciting than sitting beside that themed fountain there in the center.
Yeah.
Although it is a gorgeous setting too. If you're looking to escape the sun, it's a cute restaurant.
Oh, for sure. And there's this cute Easter egg you can actually find on my Instagram page at A Jillion Ways. I was able to find the hidden paw prints and the heart that Lady and the Tramp made themselves. It's located right in front of Tony's Town Square restaurant, and it's by the stroller parking. So make sure to check that out.
Yes, you're right about that. I found that the last time. I walked past it, I don't know, a couple times maybe, but the last time I made sure to look and I did find it. Yeah, it's right there, stroller parking in front of the patio.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lady, that's why.
Yeah, and I actually recently ran a poll asking my followers on at A Jillion Ways on my Instagram account, are character meet and greets meaningful to you? Some responses were incredibly heartfelt, and I really appreciate everyone who supported this poll.
Yeah,
But
I read some of those. I did read some of those.
Oh, you did?
You did? Oh, those comments, some of them were real cute.
Mother, which Disney princess are you?
Obviously, the results of the poll were so close, guys. 58% said these are meaningful, and the others said, no, it's not really their cup of tea, with 42%.
Right. Okay, I have to admit, this one really surprised me. Okay, you run a couple polls, here and there.
Sure.
I was surprised with this one. I could not believe how close those percents came. Okay.
Yeah.
But I will agree with the majority here. Look, Jill, like I said, I've got 2 kids. All right. And both of them absolutely love these meet and greets just as much as I do. There's just something about the joy in those brief yet seriously meaningful moments.
There could be times where my shy self is, working overload and I do not know what to say to the characters, but they do a really good job of making you feel welcomed, get that experience magic no matter if you're shy or you're not. I usually like to just comment on their outfit, or if it's Mickey, I comment on his love interest of Minnie, same vice versa. You can't go wrong in like talking about their significant others nor their outfits that they got going on. But in my opinion, I feel like Disney meet and greets are a huge part of the Disney experience.
I love it. I love the classic look. It's stunning. It's fab. I love it. Oh, I just have a gift for you actually for the Festival of the Arts. It's the other Princess Ariel, and that's for you. Yeah, we all match. We have to all match. Ariel, the red hair, everything. I love it. That's for you though. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Minnie. Can we get a picture together? Is that okay?
They can be intimidating. Yeah, I've had an experience with Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Oh no, I gotta hear this.
So first time meeting Jack Sparrow so my kids could get his signature in their autograph books, and he's literally flirting with me in front of my husband.
Stop.
Yes.
No.
Talk about being on the spot. How do
yeah.
I even react to that? I couldn't. I was tongue-tied, and I couldn't even save my husband's embarrassment. It was just, I was staring at my kid's book the whole time.
That's especially you're not mentally prepared for that. You're just
it just threw it at me. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
I remember like years back, I've had a conversation before with Disney staff members, and one of them did admit that some of these characters, they are allowed, they're trained to stay true to their character. Yeah. So I understand why Jack was the way Jack was, but it was just awkward for me with my family. And so I get it. I get that intimidation. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I was in Shanghai, I had to skip Captain Jack Sparrow there because I was wandering the park by myself, and my husband was elsewhere, and there was Jack Sparrow, but I was like, I don't know if I could do it on my own, right? So
I don't blame you. Oh my goodness.
That.
So funny.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Jack Sparrow's supposed to be flirt, so I get it.
I do. I get it.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm curious though.
Okay.
Why wouldn't, the poll, reading some of your the comments there on A Jillion Ways, I'm curious, why wouldn't characters be important for some vacationers, right? Like, think about it. Mm-hmm. I imagine it might be something like, some families prioritize rides or dining experiences over meeting characters, right?
Sure.
Okay, possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I was even thinking like some Disney locals, they can go there all the time. So it may not be a priority to them because they can see these characters all the time, or even vice versa. Since they have so much time that they're at the parks, they're like, I could do that ride later, but I really want to meet Mickey. I'm curious too. If you can, everyone, comment below. We would like to hear and share whether your Disney character meet and greets are a must for you in the parks, or if you do skip them, we would really like to know why.
Yeah, awesome idea. Let's do it. Let's get the Wonderland Way community. Join the conversation. Yeah, I'd love to understand. I'm so happy, to see a lot of these characters making a comeback. Just a few years ago, they were almost completely missing from the parks.
I know, which was another unfortunate effect, sadly, from that COVID pandemic.
Oh dear.
Well, let's talk about how you can actually meet them in all 4 parks, like mentioned. The schedule does change, obviously, from time to time, just based on, what's available, the time of year, the time of day, all that fun stuff. But please go ahead and check the schedule. That way you make sure you get that experience that you want in the My Disney Experience app, which, of course, is free to download.
I love the My Disney Experience app. Use it. It's an excellent go-to. It's convenient, putting everything, literally all your plans right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
After planning a few times, it becomes essential for you to keep track of all your plans.
Whoa, slow down, little fella. There's nothing to worry about.
I want to make note that the characters in Shanghai Disneyland, okay, they're truly like top notch.
Okay.
The characters in Shanghai Disneyland are so much fun. I mean, I caught myself out there with these characters, and here I'm out here chatting with, Pooh and Piglet like we're besties. I mean, it was awesome. I don't know if it's because I was an American. I don't know, but they're just, you can tell when they're in these suits, they just enjoy it too, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And the evil stepsisters that I got autographs with there, Anastasia and Drizella. What a soap opera. I mean, they were going back and forth about, I was wearing green, and so me and I believe it was Drizella, her and I were like matching, and so Anastasia with the pink, she's like left out, and they made it such a big deal. It was funny, and they're arguing back and forth. I mean, look at their faces in these photos. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. That's so funny. So funny. I love that.
The characters in Shanghai, they're just incredibly playful, and they're just too comical. While, not all of them, most, from what I understand, they are contracted from United States. And so this meant that my husband and I, we were able to interact with many of them. Obviously speaking English during our greets together, right? Which was just, it added to that fun of being at a travel destination like Shanghai, China. And Doug and Russell, they positioned our hands, like my hand and my husband's hand, like we formed a heart for our picture together. Yeah, it's those experiences with the characters that just left that lasting impression on us in the best way possible.
I think this headline is going to be one of my favorites to talk about. It is the hidden gems inside Disney parks.
Yeah, absolutely. I love sharing these gems with others too. I know, Jill, you've got a handful. I've got my handful, and I'm always learning about other gems from others too. I love it. It's just amazing that Disney offers these moments, often at no extra cost too. It really shows that Disney's dedicated to serving all of its guests, no matter, what they can or can't afford.
Exactly. You can go to Sir Mickey's in Magic Kingdom, which is going to be in Fantasyland, right behind the Castle of Cinderella. And I recommend, no matter what age, you don't have to be a child to do this, go out to a fairy godmother and just ask for a little pixie dust. And guess what? They will make sure you get pixie dusted and all your wishes will come true. It's such a beautiful thing. It's a hidden gem you don't have to pay for. And I think it's such a cute little detail. So if you aren't able to do a Bippity Boppity Experience Boutique, you could still get that little freebie and your kid will love it. And you'll love it too, because you could do it.
Absolutely. I love that. I love these little touches that Disney provides. It's beautiful. Right next door is the Prince Charming carousel, right? Yeah. And at Prince Charming's carousel, we can actually find a truly authentic treasure here as well. Cinderella's horse on Prince Charming Regal Carousel. It's beautifully crafted too once you find this horse. Cast members often refer to it as Cindy, and it does hold a special place on the carousel. And so this horse is adorned with, intricate details, including golden accents, elegant decorations, befitting to its royal connection to Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
To find it, simply look for the that golden chariot, okay? It's big, it's not easy to miss, but look 3 rows back, okay? From that chariot, it's like a bench that guests can sit in so they don't have to ride on a horse. From that chariot, 3 rows back, okay? It's the second horse in. It's really easy to find. Once you see it, you can't miss it.
Right.
It is the only horse with ornamentation on its tail, okay? It's a golden tassel. So just look for that golden tassel on the horse's tail.
That's so cool.
And you can never unsee it. Once you see it, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there you go. You can ride Cinderella's horse for free. There's no charge for that horse. Each horse on the carousel has a name. To see a complete list of those names, it's actually available in City Hall right there on Main Street.
That's really cool detail. I like that a lot.
I know. It comes full circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a big park, but it's all connected in one way or another.
Absolutely. They they knew what they were doing with details. It's just all in the details.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Also, again, I have to name drop my Belle for a minute, but
we're listening. We're all listening.
Yeah, we're listening. Okay, great. I love I have everyone's attention. Belle, there is a beautiful experience in Magic Kingdom called Enchanted Tales with Belle, where you can take part in her real life fairy tale adventure.
Right.
Yeah, it debuted in 2012 in Magic Kingdom, and this experience, it actually invites you to explore Maurice's workshop before passing through the magical mirror, which goes into Beast's library. And of course, the beautiful and wonderful, handsome, charming, all those adjectives, let's give Lumiere. He welcomes you with a delightful surprise to help, them surprise Belle as, you engage in this interactive storytelling fairy tale.
Right.
And you're each given an assignment. You can volunteer or, you'll get voluntold depending what your role is.
Exactly.
But yeah, younger guests can choose a variety of characters to play from Beauty and the Beast. But my favorite part, I guess, because I'm an adult now, the adults can partake by being knights. And it's so cool because they really engage the whole audience, and it really becomes a beautiful memory to cherish. Yeah. And of course, at the end of it all, everyone who partook in the storytelling gets their own personal souvenir bookmark from Belle, and they have their own picture with Belle, and they even ask people in the audience if you didn't participate, if you still want a picture with Belle. So they don't let you feel like you've been robbed on having that cherished memory. I think it's so, so cool.
Yeah, no seclusion.
No.
I love it.
None.
Yeah.
But of course, we have to move on from Belle for a minute. It's okay. It's all right. I'll get over it. But let's move into
She'll come back around. Don't you worry.
She'll be back around. Yeah, I know. But let's just talk about Epcot. Let's talk about those beautiful princesses over there because they definitely deserve some credit too.
The one that comes to mind first for me in Epcot there is Frozen Ever After, right? Attraction, another fan favorite. Frozen Ever After, you embark on this adventure of Frozen Ever After, situated there in Norway. This attraction is primarily a leisurely boat ride, but it features 2 really fun, exhilarating waterfall drops, accelerating the pace momentarily. It might catch you off guard. But if you're seated in the front row, be prepared to get a little wet.
Yeah.
Okay. Those drops, I mean, if you're in the front row, it'll get you.
Yeah. It really will.
Yeah. The thrill of witnessing Elsa's magic up close, though, when you get into her ice palace, I mean, it's entirely worthwhile. I've
been guilty, of course, singing let it
Yeah.
go at the top of my lungs.
It's too
And
contagious. Like,
it
who
really
doesn't?
is. I feel bad afterwards because I'm like, oh, I know people are there for the first time on their magical vacation, but like it just something about that song just takes over.
I'm sure they'll forgive you for it.
Yeah,
You'll be
okay,
all right.
good.
I absolutely have no hesitation in saying this, but how cool is the Journey of Water inspired by Moana?
1000% amazing, hands down.
Right?
Awesome.
Right?
One of our favorite things, especially hot summer in Florida, you can experience cool water and you get to feel like you're part of Moana's journey.
And I like that it's a moving, journey. You're constantly walking through it. So to be quite honest, there's not like a queue line that you have to wait to get into. I've had no issues getting into it, playing with the water there, getting splashed. It's great. It's great addition to Epcot.
That journey is all about water, so expect to get wet. And there are some pathways you can take that avoid getting wet, and there are some that are designated splash zones. So please be prepared for that. If you don't like to get wet, just keep that in mind. I encourage you to take a look around because Disney Imagineers did so well with showing the details of the water cycle, the intricate details of, those hidden characters and those rocks and woodworks all around you. That iconic soundtrack. You can hear some of those, throughout the day, throughout the night. And of course, the beautiful Tafiti gives her gorgeous glow at the nighttime.
Yes, it's definitely, if you can catch it at night, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, picturesque. You don't want to miss it if you can get it at night.
Yeah. And those are one of those magic memory makers photo spots too.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you feel like you're not going to get a family shot, have no fear. There will be a cast member to take that beautiful photo for you. Yeah. And of course, there's no height requirement for this. So all family members from smallest to the tallest can enjoy this generous way of cooling off from that Florida weather. Speaking about being under the sea, we cannot go without talking about our beloved Little Mermaid, Ariel. And I'm talking about that under the sea journey that is in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This attraction was unveiled in December of 2012 at Magic Kingdom, where Under the Sea found its place in Fantasyland. Climb aboard that iconic clamshell and revisit that beloved 1989 animated tale of The Little Mermaid. Despite the underwater journey, rest assured there's no actual water, so you don't have to hold your breath for 7 minutes and you won't get wet. But you can explore Ariel's treasure grove and you get to go through those iconic moments in the Little Mermaid movie.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You would think that the Little Mermaid ride would have some kind of water feature, right? Attraction itself's pretty dry, but nonetheless, it's a classic attraction. It's been around for a while. Moving on, though, a similar attraction to this, Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the show that was a part of Animation Courtyard back in Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
It's not there anymore, and I miss it because I did like that show. But here, this is my treasured memory of Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Voyage condensed the 1989 film The Little Mermaid, incorporating a blend of live actors and puppets. The performance showcased various effects, including light and laser projections on the auditorium walls, along with a gentle rain that would fall over the audience. Yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
This live action show, it made its debut in 1992. And sadly, they've closed its doors thanks to the pandemic.
I know. Another thing the pandemic took. But there is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel because Disney has just announced that a reimagined Little Mermaid show is underway. And renovations are currently ongoing with that theater. And so the opening date is still not specified. But Disney did originally disclose that the show was scheduled to debut last autumn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe I read it. WDW magazine helps us understand that reimagined show will now be called The Little Mermaid, a Musical Adventure. And even though it was expected to open last year, Disney did push that date into summer of this year, 2025. Yeah. So it's close. It's coming.
Yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Light at the end of the tunnel. Mm-hmm. Or light at the end of the grotto, whatever you want to call it. I like talking about the history of these parks, especially the history of Magic Kingdom, Cinderella's Castle. It has beautiful features and murals. Cinderella's Castle is in Magic Kingdom, of course. It's the iconic landmark right there, it's front and center. But it's perhaps, one of the most beautiful landmarks in Walt Disney World Resort. Because of, placement, it's standing at the heart of Magic Kingdom, the OG.
Yeah.
It deserves all that centerpiece and visual anchor, and it's
absolutely
actually 189 feet tall. Do I remember that correctly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's 100. I remember it was just under 190.
The murals I have to talk about, they're so iconic. Mm-hmm. They adorn the walls of the interior of the castle, telling the story of Cinderella through that colorful, detailed artwork. And it feels like you picked them from that animated book that's always at the beginning of those Disney movies. Because that animated film, Cinderella, it's transformative. Her magical night at the ball, her happily ever after with Prince Charming. Those murals are designed to immerse visitors in that fairy tale. Can't talk about Cinderella's Castle without that iconic fireworks show. And of course, what Tinkerbell does, she takes flight from that highest tower in Cinderella's Castle all the way down, and she's putting pixie dust all over the people that have wanted to come to Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And that's been happening since 1985. And I actually have a fun fact about Cinderella's Castle, which a good portion of you know, but it is her secret suite room. It's tucked away in the castle, and this hidden suite was designed to make guests feel, of course, like royalty. It's an exclusive private room that's rarely seen by the public and often reserved for very special occasions or contests. I can only imagine staying overnight in this castle surrounded by a beautiful fairy tale atmosphere.
Yeah. I can guarantee you I probably wouldn't be sleeping. Taking it all in all night, all day,
Yeah, for sure.
I have seen a handful of videos about this suite, like this one from Good Morning America. I remember when this was a debut. But without a doubt, it's a gorgeous space. I certainly don't have my own footage to share, but...
Yeah.
But I do have footage of another castle that we can look into. It's the castle over there in Shanghai. It's the Enchanted Storybook Castle.
Yes.
And so this castle is actually the largest and most elaborate Disney castle ever built. It was unveiled as the park centerpiece, right, when it opened in 2016. And this castle, the Enchanted Storybook Castle, sets itself apart from the other castles because it actually represents all the Disney princesses.
Yeah.
So rather than being dedicated to just the one, as in the case with the other Disney park castles, right?
Right.
This castle, it features a blend of Chinese cultural influences, some Disney magic, right, with their designs, the golden spirals, and a towering central structure. It is the tallest, like I said, Disney castle, and it actually reaches 197 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Right. And so within the Storybook Castle, there's even more entertainment options. You've got Once Upon an Adventure. This is an interactive walkthrough attraction inside the castle there. And it retells the story of Snow White with incredible technology and some special effects.
Right.
Also, in the castle, you have the Royal Banquet Hall, a high-end dining experience offering views of the park. And there's meet and greet opportunities with the Disney characters as well, which was really
awesome.
fun. Mm-hmm. This castle actually is the only castle a ride, an attraction goes through it. Voyage of the Crystal Grotto. It's a boat ride that passes underneath this castle. This boat ride showcases scenes from Disney classics in a unique water-based way. And so the Enchanted Storybook Castle symbolizes the innovative spirit of Shanghai Disneyland, really blending traditional Disney elements with the local cultural touches, making it a really, really unique castle to see.
Oh man, all right. I gotta start looking at plane tickets to go see this castle.
Yeah, it's worth the visit for sure. The castle, though, that I'm most excited to see, probably next, my next venture, I would love to get over into Disneyland Paris.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
That castle is another unique and special design, inspired by French Gothic architecture, and has a more mysterious fairy tale vibe compared to the others. The castle there, the Sleeping Beauty Castle, is surrounded by these gardens that you see on the website there. Secret passages are all over the place. And so we read there is a dragon that occasionally breathes fire in the dungeon. How freaking cool, right?
I know. That's one of the main selling points. I really want to go see like all that interactive stuff in that castle. Oh my goodness.
Because I think with that, the dungeon and the dragon in the dungeon, it just brings that castle to life.
Yes.
In ways that we don't get here at Walt Disney World. Right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think hands down it makes that experience 10 times better.
Yeah.
Everything's so wonderful.
This Disney mom wants to go and,
see
what else there is exactly other than Walt Disney World. Although I do love our Walt Disney World.
I do too. In comparison, I'm sorry, Disneyland fans in California, I love our castle 10 times better.
Yeah.
There's nothing that comes close to Disney World, Cinderella's castle. But no, I'm just going to take a moment for a second. Okay, I visualized all these spectacular castles and where we can find them.
Yeah, there's a handful of castles.
There really is. Yeah, and they're all throughout the world. So all in all, each of these Disney parks all around the world has its own distinct castle, contributing to that beautiful charm and magic that Disney is known for.
There's nothing like wrapping up a Disney day with the fireworks shows in the evening. It's quite literally, I think it's the perfect way to end the day. Let the magic begin. First thing in the morning is a fireworks show. It's brief, but it starts the magic. It gets it going right there at Magic Kingdom. And so rise and shine, indulge in the enchanting atmosphere of the most magical place on earth as you stroll Main Street towards Cinderella's castle. You can celebrate there the start of your magical day with Mickey Mouse and friends at this opening ceremony. Only happens in the morning. This beloved nighttime extravaganza, Happily Ever After, is back, and I'm so glad it's back at Magic Kingdom. This fireworks show goes beyond just fireworks. It incorporates more lasers, lights, and those projections on the castle than any previous Disney show.
Yeah.
And so it takes you through this 18-minute storytelling journey filled with so much heart, humor, and emotion. The show features scenes, from timeless Disney classics like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, to the contemporary hits like Moana. Even Zootopia is in there.
Yeah, exactly.
The return of Happily Ever After brings Cinderella's castle to life as a fundamental part of the narrative. But what about the lasting classic of Fantasmic, right?
Yes.
Home to Disney's Hollywood Studios park.
Yes, it's definitely a really big classic. And I will say there's only so many people that can actually see this show. It has a large amphitheater. We'll get into it, but please, if you want to see the show, make sure you get there early.
Yeah, prepare.
Prepare.
Yeah. You definitely got to plan that right.
Yeah.
Fantasmic has been captivating audiences since its debut in 1998, unfolding its magic at the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater in Hollywood Studios. This nighttime spectacle showcases some of the most breathtaking effects, pyrotechnics, more projections, and all on that, these projections are all on the larger-than-life canvas there. With a nearly 30-minute duration, it's a good show. Fantasmic weaves a captivating tale that features familiar characters, ensuring a spellbinding experience that will literally hold your attention from start to finish.
Absolutely. It really does. Here is what we have planned next, everyone. Everything Epcot. What was, what is, and what's to come.
A brilliant, great theme. I love that discussion there.
I love Epcot so much, and there is so much to unfold when it comes to Epcot.
Yeah. There's a lot of things down right now for refurbishment. So Epcot's getting a facelift.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here's me driving Beverly. It's disgusting.
Florida has had quite the winter season, but it is wrapping up soon, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited to jump back into the parks. We've got some plans. I hope you're all enjoying them too.
Yes.
Right? Everyone's jumping back. Jill, I know you've been there a couple times already.
I have, yes. Yeah. And I know winter ends March 20th. So right after that, obviously comes spring, and then comes summer.
What frozen things do in summer.
With the brutal heat on its way, we want to remind everyone to stay safe, stay prepared, obviously have fun out there. And of course, keep following Wonderland Way for all things entertainment, news, announcements, events, and everything in between.
Yes, and we're getting social with all of you. So there's obviously more Disney content to discover on Instagram at A Jillian Ways.
That's right. And keep the adventure going with Wonderland Way right here on your What's Up podcast.